Francis, I like Instagram problems.
They're good problems to have unless you have
You've already
got your baby mama involved. So of course, Jason, we're going to talk about Antonio Brown, and I'm just sitting patiently waiting to get to the images because I'm just a red-blooded, horrible man.
Oh God, man! What if we have to get to the outwardly
We have to get the
Instagram
we have to get the angry Instagram post.
Give you.
Okay, I'm sorry. It's just I saw the images before. You had them on your screen. I'm intrigued. Corey's intrigued. That's why he's sitting so on the edge of his seat in the booth.
Yeah, he actually fell off his seat.
Give us some context first before we get to the images.
So Antonio Brown has had, he has 2 kids with one woman, and he had 2 kids with another woman.
Yeah.
The second one, last name Chris, has been involved in Antonio Brown's life for about 6 straight years, it seems like. And the relationship, again, this is way above my head. They're not married, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. I think they live together for the most part. But Antonio Brown has been kind of caught flirting, if not just flirting, but hanging out a lot with an Instagram model, Jenna Frooms, who one of them went after Antonio Brown. I wasn't going to comment, but I can't stand people to spread wrong information. One, Antonio did have obligation to my family. We live together and have been in a relationship for 6 years, have 2 kids together, and 1 on the way. So if that's not an obligation, I don't know what is. 2, you do not look at someone on the night you walk out and tell them you appreciate them and love them to go turn around and do what he's done to someone. I can go on and on about things y'all really don't know about our life. I will refrain. Next time, before you and Rachel_that, I think that's not Jenna Frooms, that's the other one, wants to talk about situation y'all don't know about, please think twice, because y'all know what social media shows y'all don't know what goes on behind closed doors in a good or bad way. Thanks. Look, I'm an ass, but one of my takeaways from this is, have you ever left your home with the girl you're dating or seeing and go, I appreciate you? I feel like there's like a million other ways to describe that, but just I appreciate you. I appreciate you.
I wouldn't. It doesn't sound.
Right.
It doesn't come up. But to me, I'll say something like, "You're my girl. You're my boy, Blue."
Right.
She knows that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I've done that before. Yeah, of course. But like, I would never go to work, wake up, look over and be like.
But you've been around me and my girlfriend before. You know, it's a very weird dynamic.
She's very mean to you.
No, it's the way we both deal. I'm not going to sit here and say that we are lovey-dovey all the time, which we might be, but our appreciation is shown to us when we both don't rip each other into double digits that day. That's a Scottish way of doing things.
Here's just say, call someone you love and tell them I appreciate you, and tell me if the response is anything short of you're an ass.
Or it'll be like, are you drinking right now?
Are you drunk?
Are you drunk?
Now? It's 2:30 in the afternoon.
Are you at Coachella already?
You've never appreciated me at 2:30 in the afternoon. We move forward to the pictures, Francis. So this is who that Antonio Brown's been hanging out with. He catches, he catches 100 balls a year.
Is it both?
He catches 100, the one on the left. He catches 100, oh, Edwin's coming in. AB catches 100 balls a year, and he goes 100 on these girls too, because look at that.
I wish there was a camera on Edwin, because there would have been a meme sliding into the DMs
Jacory's lost it. Jacory can't even focus. He broke the TriCaster. See, I actually find that to be a really awesome photo. I like the hair. I think that's really cool. And a towel. That's how I wear my towel. We have so much in common. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
How does that being held up?
Pretty, man.
How's that being held up?
It's a sticky bra. It's a sticky bra.
I get it, but still.
What do you mean, how's it being held up? A guy climbed Trump Tower with those things. They've got some strength.
I forgot that even happened.
That was the best meme ever. One of my
Trump Tower with his boobs?
I tweet a lot of crazy, stupid stuff that I try to self-promote. But my favorite was, how is Trump trying to build a wall when some guy's climbing it and think people aren't going to be able to get over it, and people are climbing his building with fucking suction cups?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be Spider-Man.
All right, so to go back to the first point, to not be just simply a stereotypical red-blooded man, I get what she's saying. Like, an obligation is, the fact is that you have kids, but there's kids on the way, which means the obligation is continuing. I'd get it if you had kids with her. I'm not going to sit here and say that Antonio Brown doesn't have a right to go and do what he wants to do with his own time, as long as he is providing for the kids that he has conceived with the woman involved, but there's a kid on the way, which means that obligation is continuing. It means that he's, in a way, saying, no, you're my boy Blue. I'm with you. Because we're continuing to have kids. And then if he's going and playing away from home, it seems like Antonio Brown doesn't value the relationship he has with those women and is taking full advantage of the fact that he is a very popular wide receiver who can go out and get the girls that he wants and probably knocks them up and then will continue to move on. So yeah, initially it's good to sit here and say, damn, that girl's hot. But it's also sit to say that Antonio Brown's a bit of a pig and doesn't know how to deal with women.
Well, yeah, I mean, I don't know if he's a pig.
What? Well, if he's not, he doesn't value the relationship. If he's continuously knocking people up, Jay, you got to put aside the fact that he's a badass receiver.
Yeah. Okay. You're right.
Come on.
You're right.
If anyone disagrees, I'm happy to take it into consideration.
Antonio Cromartie. You can't name his kids.
No, that was what I was thinking. Yeah, this guy is it triple? Is it double digits? I'm not saying triple.
He's got like 11. Man. He's got 100 kids. No, but granted, maybe Cromartie's there. It's not fair to that's comparing apples to oranges. So or good receivers to bad receivers.
No, but the thing is as well, what she's saying is we don't understand what's going on in closed doors. Right, we take into consideration, she said that there's another baby on the way.
So
the last thing I'm going to be doing is if I have another baby on the way with a girl I've already had two, is being publicly affectionate towards another girl.
Correct.
That's in my opinion, that's disrespectful. That's the way I've been raised, and that's what I think. But Antonio Brown, if that relationship is severed, then it's severed. But it doesn't look severed because there's another Antonio Brown Jr. or a female on the way. Antoinette Brown. So that's my opinion to it. But I mean, the photos. I'm looking at photos. Kristen, I'm sorry. I'm looking at photos.
I'm looking at photos.